Hey, BYU Awesome Nuts. It's me. I'm back. It's Brother Allen. I wanted to take another opportunity to talk to you about AI. We're getting really close to turning in our first draft of something. And I know that sometimes when we're up against pressure and when we're stressed out and when assignments pile up and we have these big papers for essays, trust me, I know what it's like to have essays due in English classes. I get it. But I want to just reiterate the AI stuff. Hopefully you went and you looked at my AI generated writing announcement, right? I said required reading. I did say it's really, really long. And, the long and the short of it is I would prefer you not to use AI in this course ever for anything. And if we have that problem and we find that you're using AI, then, you'll get a 0 for the assignment. And then I have to, contact the academic dishonesty office. It's this whole thing. I don't like doing it. So I just wanted to reiterate, and I wanted to do it in a video form. And I just wanted to remind you of what I was saying in this post, right? So this is the book that changed my mind. This is More Than Words. This is How to Think About Writing in the Age of AI. John Warner. He also wrote Why They Can't Write, which is about like high school students and why they can't write essays and things like that. It's a fantastic book. And like I said in my post, I initially was super excited about AI. I thought this was going to change my job because I'm a high school English teacher as my day job. And I was like, I'm not going to have to grade anymore. I'm not going to have to, make assignments. AI is going to do that all for me. I'm not going to have to provide feedback to my students. I'm just going to be sitting around, reading books, enjoying my life. And then I spent about a year trying a whole bunch of AI tools. And what I learned was that it's garbage. It doesn't work. So I tried it with the AI grading. Didn't work. And I had to go back and rescore everything. I tried AI feedback on my high school essays that my students turned in. I had to go back and redo that too. And so all I was doing was making double the work. And I then made a commitment that I'm not going to use it for anything in my life because it doesn't do what the companies say it's supposed to do. And it's really problematic. And then when I started seeing stuff from members of our church and about, like Elder Bednar and, the first presidency, they're really concerned about this. Do I think that it has legitimate, powerful uses? Absolutely. I think it has some really cool things that you can do with it. I do not think that it helps you in English 150 because the idea of the course is to build you as a stronger writer. And if you're using AI always to write, then you're really not developing any skills. When you graduate and you go into your job, do I think that it's an appropriate use to help you with the tone in your emails? Yes, absolutely. I think that that's a great use for it. Do I think it is a good use to help you with your grammar when you're turning in a report for your job? Sure. I think that you will learn how to do that when you get to your job. I think it's better, though, for you to learn how to be a writer right now and go through those hard things so that when you're asking it to do things or when you're looking at what it suggests later on in your life, you understand what it's doing and why it's doing it. And my favorite statement that Bednar said right here was this one right here. So he just reiterated the whole think celestial. And he says, now beware, the ease of use, perceived accuracy, and rapid response time that characterize artificial intelligence can create a potentially beguiling, addictive, and suffocating influence on the exercise of our moral agency. Because AI is cloaked in the credibility and promises of scientific progress, we might naively be seduced into surrendering our precious moral agency to a technology that can only think telestial. By so doing, we may gradually be transformed from agents who can act into objects that are only acted upon. And we may unwittingly help Lucifer to achieve in mortality what he was unable to accomplish in pre-mortality. Whoa, what a quote. Oh my goodness. When I read that, I was like, that's it. That is the thing that I'm trying to express to my students constantly. Unfortunately, in my high school job, I can't quote from a general authority, right? We have that benefit at BYU Idaho. So what I'm just going to echo, right? I am deeply worried that I put it up here, right? I am worried that we are going to have an entire generation of students and people who can't do anything unless AI is helping them to do it. And if I'm an employer, that worries me that my employees don't have skills inherently in them. Maybe as an employer, I want them to use AI to help them to be more productive. I have a friend, really good friend, who is a computer programmer, and he recently told me that AI has been allowing him to double his production. He's able to move a lot faster. And then my question was, since you're doing things twice as fast, are they paying you twice as more? And he was like, that's a really good question. So that's what I want. I want you to be able to do things yourself. I want you to be able to act. And if you're only using AI and you can't write on your own, then you're not acting, right? You're being acted upon. So please, 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 please do not use AI to write for you or revise or proofread. Don't use it to read, summarize, or paraphrase. Don't use it to provide feedback on peer assignments. I understand that it's going to save you time and you can get back to whatever you want to do, hang out with your friends or go to dances or be with your family or whatever that means. But sacrificing and working hard is going to be so much better than taking the easy way out and using AI and potentially getting in trouble and getting a 0 on an assignment. I hate doing that to students. I hate catching people when they've written their paper 100% with AI. Please, please, please don't do it. Brothers and sisters, you're fantastic. Bless your souls. I want you to succeed, but that means you got to do it. You got to do the work and you got to write, and don't use AI. If you have any questions, please message me, and good luck with your writing and your drafting. I know you can do it. Yes, we're going to do it ourselves. We're going to grow. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.